In an unexpected but exciting moment for basketball fans, star athlete Caitlin Clark and her boyfriend, Connor McCaffrey, were spotted alongside WNBA standout Kelsey Mitchell at the sidelines of the Indiana Pacers preseason game against the Memphis Grizzlies on October 15, 2024. The appearance of these basketball heavyweights stirred excitement both in the arena and across social media as the Pacers took on the Grizzlies in what turned out to be an action-packed preseason matchup. For those familiar with college basketball, Caitlin Clark needs no introduction. The Iowa Hawkeyes superstar has taken the women's basketball world by storm over the past few seasons, dazzling fans with her electrifying playmaking, deep shooting range, and scoring prowess. Clark, a consensus All-American, became a national sensation during the 2023 NCAA Women's Basketball Tournament, leading Iowa to the championship game and setting records with her scoring and assists. She's widely regarded as one of the brightest talents in the sport and a future WNBA star. By her side was none other than Connor McCaffrey, a former Iowa Hawkeyes men's basketball player and current baseball standout. Connor is the son of Iowa's head coach, Fran McCaffrey, and was known for his versatility on the court, contributing in multiple areas such as defense and facilitating. The McCaffrey-Clark relationship has gained attention in the sports world, as the two athletes have been seen supporting each other at various games and events. Seeing the couple together at an NBA preseason game raised plenty of eyebrows, but the presence of another basketball star made the moment even more noteworthy. Joining Caitlin and Connor on the sidelines was Kelsey Mitchell, one of the Indiana Fever's brightest stars in the WNBA. Mitchell, who was a former Ohio State standout and is now making waves in the professional ranks, has become a fan favorite in Indiana. Known for her shooting ability and playmaking, she has quickly established herself as one of the top guards in the league, consistently delivering clutch performances for the Fever. Mitchell's presence at the Pacers vs. Grizzlies game was a big deal for Indiana basketball fans. With the Pacers and the Fever sharing the same fan base, seeing one of the WNBA team's most recognizable players supporting the Pacers during their preseason was a welcome sight for the Indiana basketball community. Mitchell's connection to the Pacers runs deep. She's often spotted at Pacers games during her off-season, supporting her NBA counterparts and staying close to the basketball scene in Indiana. Fans see her as a pillar of the local basketball ecosystem, with her skill set and leadership continuing to elevate the Fever's competitiveness. Seeing her on the sidelines only added to the excitement of the night. As the Pacers faced off against the Grizzlies, fans and media alike couldn't help but notice the high-profile trio seated courtside. The buzz quickly spread on social media, with fans posting photos and videos of Clark, McCaffrey, and Mitchell enjoying the game, sparking discussions about their potential roles in basketball's future and their growing influence off the court. Caitlin Clark, in particular, drew a lot of attention. After a historic college season and a summer spent training for her final season with Iowa, her presence at an NBA preseason game fueled speculation about her future. Many wondered if she was preparing for her inevitable leap to the WNBA and whether her attendance signaled an increased involvement in the professional basketball world. Connor McCaffrey, meanwhile, continues to make headlines in the baseball world but remains a beloved figure in Iowa basketball circles. His support for Clark has been a heartwarming aspect of their relationship, with fans noting how often the two are seen cheering each other on during their respective seasons. Though the star power on the sidelines was enough to grab attention, the game itself provided plenty of excitement. The Pacers faced off against a dynamic Grizzlies team featuring some of the league's rising stars, including Jaren Jackson Jr. and Desmond Bane. For Indiana, this preseason game was a chance to test out new rotations and continue developing young talents like Tyrese Halliburton and Benedict Mathurin, who are expected to lead the franchise into the future. The game was a competitive back-and-forth affair, with both teams using the preseason to fine-tune their systems. While the outcome of the game wasn't of huge consequence, preseason matchups rarely are, it was a glimpse into how both the Pacers and Grizzlies planned to compete in the upcoming NBA season. The sighting of Caitlin Clark, Connor McCaffrey, and Kelsey Mitchell at the Pacers vs. Grizzlies game goes beyond just star watching. It highlights the crossover appeal that basketball stars from different leagues have within the larger basketball community. Clark, who is gearing up for her professional career, continues to be one of the most influential figures in women's basketball, attracting attention wherever she goes. Her presence at an NBA game signals the growing interest and intersection between the men's and women's games, with athletes from both leagues increasingly supporting one another. Kelsey Mitchell's attendance is another reminder of how much she means to the Indiana basketball scene. As one of the Fever's best players, she represents the potential for continued growth in women's basketball, and her involvement with the Pacers off the court only strengthens the ties between the two leagues in Indiana. And as for Connor McCaffrey, his presence alongside two basketball stars shows that his relationship with the sport continues, even as he excels in other athletic pursuits. His support for Clark and his close ties to the Iowa basketball world ensure he remains a recognizable figure in the sports world. Unsurprisingly, the internet had a field day when photos and videos of the trio at the game started circulating. Fans of Caitlin Clark couldn't help but speculate on her professional future, with some wondering if the NBA game could foreshadow her becoming a major ambassador for the sport post-college. The photo of Clark and McCaffrey together prompted plenty of heart-eye emojis and comments celebrating their relationship. Meanwhile, Kelsey Mitchell's fans took to Twitter to express their excitement about her continued presence at Pacers games, a sign of her deep connection with Indiana basketball. With the NCAA and WNBA seasons just around the corner, Caitlin Clark, Connor McCaffrey, and Kelsey Mitchell all have busy schedules ahead. Clark will be looking to lead Iowa to another deep tournament run in her senior season, while Mitchell will continue working on taking the Fever to new heights in the WNBA. As for Connor, he'll balance his professional baseball aspirations with his strong support for Clark as she navigates her way to the professional basketball ranks. One thing is certain, wherever they go, whether it's courtside at an NBA game or leading their respective teams to victory, fans will be watching. In the end, the sighting of these basketball stars at the Pacers vs. Grizzlies preseason game gave basketball lovers an early season thrill, reminding everyone that the lines between different basketball leagues and levels are blurring as fans, athletes, and stars from all corners of the sport continue to intersect.